Hello everyone! In this video we're going to draw a cedar waxwing. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the top part of the body. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. On the bottom right side, make a small mark for the lower half of the body. Connect the small mark to the circle using curved lines to finish the guide for the lower half of the body. This guide should be similar to an upside-down arc. Pay attention to the size of the arc in relation to the circle. At the top, draw another circle as a guide for the head. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. First make 4 small marks to indicate the sides of the circle, and then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. The head circle should be about half the size of the body circle. Draw a horizontal line across the head. This is a construction guide that will help you place the facial features later on. On the left side of the head, draw a small triangular shape as a guide for the beak. This guide should be similar to the letter V on its side. Connect the head to the body using 2 short lines to create the guide for the neck. Under the body, draw a short curved line as a guide for the foot. Draw 2 shorter lines on the sides as guides for the toes. To the left, draw a similar shape as a guide for the other foot. On the bottom right side of the body, draw a long thin shape as a guide for the tail. The base of the tail should be wide and the shape should gradually get thinner toward the tip. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. Place the eye above the construction guide and close to the middle of the head circle. When you get the size and position of the eye right, darken the shape. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. In the middle of the eye, draw a small circle and shade it in for the pupil. Draw curved lines around the eye for the bare skin. Keep these lines close to the shape of the eye. Use the triangular shape on the left side as a guide to draw the beak. Darken the top part of the guide but make the line more curved. Draw a horizontal line across the shape for the mouth. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the line when you get the shape right. Extend the line so that it's inside the head and close to the eye. Follow the path of the guide to create the bottom part of the beak. Curve the line up toward the mouth. Draw a series of short strokes on the right side for the feathery base of the beak. Draw a small oval-like shape on the top part of the beak for the nostril. Darken the guides on the top left side for the front part of the head. On top of the head, lightly sketch a small triangular shape as a guide for the crest. Pay attention to the size of this shape in relation to the head. When you get the size and position of the crest right, darken the lines. Darken the right side of the shape using short strokes for a feathery texture. Extend the strokes downward so that they're inside the head. Darken the sides of the guides to create the back portion of the head and the throat. Draw a line above the eye for the pattern on the head. Connect the pattern to the crest on the right side. Add a few more lines under the eye to finish the mask-like pattern. Lightly sketch a long curved line across the body for the folded wing. Make the top part of the wing wide and the bottom part thin and pointy. The bottom part of the wing should overlap a bit of the tail. When you get the shape of the wing right, darken the lines. The right side of the wing should be very close to the edge of the body. Near the middle of the wing, draw a few small thin shapes for the wax-like tips of the feathers. These shapes should be similar to small ovals. Make these shapes smaller on the left side. Use the short lines that are under the body on the right side as a guide to draw the first foot. Draw a series of short strokes at the top for the feathery base of the leg. Now draw the shape of the leg around the guideline. Keep the shape of the leg thin. Draw the shape of each toe around the guidelines. Make the tips of the toes pointy for the nails. Use the lines on the left side as guides to draw the other foot the same way. Draw the shape of the foot and toes around the guidelines. Keep the shapes thin and make the tips of the toes pointy for the nails. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the body. Simply darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. Don't overlap the legs as you draw the underside of the body. Darken the long thin shape at the bottom to create the tail. Make the bottom tip of the tail slightly thinner than the initial guide. Add a few extra lines inside the tail for a feathery texture. Draw 2 lines under the feet to give the waxwing a branch to perch on. You can make the branch longer or shorter if you'd like. Now go over the final lines with permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Take your time and be careful when you ink your drawing to avoid any accidents. Don't ink the initial guidelines, only the final drawing. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Now color your drawing. Use light brown and yellow to color the body. Color lightly at first and then gradually build up to darker colors. To color lightly, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for darker colors. Use black to color the mask-like pattern on the head. Leave the outer edges of the pattern on the head white. Use darker shades of brown to create shadows. Blend different shades of brown together. Slowly and gradually apply more pressure to the colors to blend them together. Color smoothly to create a transition between the brown and yellow on the underside of the body. Use black and gray to color the beak and feet. Leave a thin section blank on the beak for a highlight. Color the tail black and brown and yellow on the tip. Color slowly and smoothly for the silk-like texture on the feathers. Color the tips of the feathers that are in the middle of the wing red for a wax-like texture. Use gray and brown to color the branch. Coloring can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep coloring until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the Cedar Waxwing. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.